Good morning. It's quite early. It's like 7:18. It's still dark outside. But God pressed some things upon my heart. And so I just wanted to come and share a little bit with you guys. I guess this will be the start of my YouTube journey. And maybe, I don't know what the plan is, but I felt like I needed to share just a bit more about myself, who I am, why I do the things that I do. And just to start to share my story with somebody else who may be in need. I'm a little nervous about this because I never really wanted to share my story or my journey of what I've been through or how I even got to the point of where I am now. But I've been up all night. I've actually been up since yesterday morning at like 9 a.m. and it's literally almost 24 hours and I just have not been able to sleep. And so while I was laying there and just thinking about my life and who God has been, I am so grateful to be in the place that I am now. I don't know everything that God has for me, but in the last month and a half, I've seen some things in my life change. And so there's some things that are getting ready to be released in my life, things that God is doing to cause me to walk in my purpose. And so I just want to start with why I chose to do affirmations. So I know there are so many people who follow me on my social medias that share all of the affirmations that I share every single day for almost 2 years now. So for the last year and maybe 6 months, year and a half, a little more, people have been following me and sharing those. And the reason that I started doing affirmations was not because I wanted to share them with people or I wanted to grow a following from it, but I shared them because it was something that I needed. I needed to reprogram my mind to see my life from a different perspective, to become all that God created me to be. And one of the things that always happened was that people would tell me what they saw in me, and they would see so much potential. They would see these gifts, they would see these talents and these abilities, but I wasn't able to see those things for myself. And so I couldn't walk in or operate in that because I didn't think that I was worthy. I didn't think that I didn't have that self-love. I didn't have compassion for myself. I didn't care for myself because of a lot of the things that I had been through. Rejection was one of the biggest things that I struggled and I dealt with over probably the course of my life. And so 2 years ago, I just really got to a place, maybe a little longer than 2 years ago, I got to a place where I just felt like I needed a change and I wanted to walk in the things of God, the purpose that He had for me, and just live out this life that was totally different from what I had been living before. Now, there are a lot of things that have happened over the years that were blessings. They were miracles. They were favor, things God was doing in my life. But I still my mindset was not at that place that I understood who I was from the perspective of God's eyes. And He says in His word that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. His word says that I am the apple of His eye, but I couldn't see myself as the apple of His eye. I couldn't see myself worthy of anything more than being rejected. I couldn't see myself more than worthy of having someone who loved me just for me, that I didn't have to put on this facade. I didn't have to fake it. And so today I'm here because I don't like fake. And I don't want to be fake, but I want people, if you're following me on this journey, if you're spending any kind of time looking at the things that I do, I want you to know that I do this because it was something that I needed. And if I could take people along the way with me, that made it even greater. And so I started doing the affirmations. And it was really the first thing that I could actually be consistent in. I told myself that I would buckle down and I would be consistent because I needed a change. The definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over again, expecting a different result. And so I had been going through this insane journey where I was doing the same things and not really changing anything. And so I needed to change my mindset, and I started doing those affirmations. And I will tell you, when you affirm yourself in the word of God, when you affirm anything in your life, you have to believe what it is that you are affirming. We can say affirmations all day long, but if we do not believe what we speak, then we will never see that in our lives. And so it doesn't happen overnight just because you speak it. It takes time. It's a journey. And so I've been on this journey, and I am so amazed that at the people who have joined me on this journey. But over the last year, life has been a huge struggle, even in the midst of doing the affirmations and changing my mindset and believing that I am who God says that I am. And so I'm just really, really getting to that place where I can step into that, and I actually know how to combat my negative thoughts when they come. Just because you affirm yourself does not mean that those negative thoughts are not still going to come, that they're not still going to bombard your mind. They do. They do. But what I've learned in the reprogramming of my own mind is that I have to counter those negative thoughts with thoughts of positivity, with thoughts of affirmation, affirming myself in who God says that I am. And one of the things that struck me so hard, I think this was last week when I was in our Bible university class. The pastor was saying how we have given the enemy our power. And an analogy that I would use is that if somebody comes into your house and you have this home you've worked hard for, you've done all that you can do to have the best things, would you allow somebody to come in and just take your power? And when I started thinking about it, I was like, man, that's like those things that you regret. Once you realize what your potential is and the power that you have, there was like this regret of, how did I allow the enemy to get me to a place where I did not value myself? And how did I expect for anyone else to value me if I didn't value myself? And so I feel like I'm really just stepping into that place of self-worth. I'm stepping into that place of valuing myself, nurturing myself, caring for myself. Self-care has become important to me because if I don't fill my cup, how can I fill someone else's cup? And so it's vitally important to me that I sit down and make sure that I'm taking care of my thoughts, I'm taking care of my life. And I feel like where God is getting ready to take me, it was absolutely necessary. Also, I think about, all the things that I've gone through over the last year that should have broken me down, should have taken me out, and how I was still holding on to that one thread connected to God. Because whenever God is getting ready to take you to a deeper place, a deeper dimension, a higher level, you will go through some things because the enemy does not want you to step into those things that God has for you. But I'm here to tell you that you can make it. You can get through those tough times because what lies on the other side of that is greater than anything you could ever imagine. And I had to believe that for myself. I have to affirm myself consistently that what I've gone through, my ladder will be greater than where I am now. In the past, I have to leave the past where it is and focus on where I am in the present if I'm going to have this future that I desire, right? And so I just wanted to share that with people as I begin to embark on this new journey. I'm excited about the podcast that I'm going to be releasing on November 1st of 2023. I'm stepping into my affirmation coaching. And so I'm excited as I release that, I just want to release more of who I am. I want to be able to connect with you on another level, not just through the affirmations, but what's happening in my life. I also want to see happen in the lives of every person that I encounter, whether it be digitally on social media, whether it be in person, whether it be a phone call across seas, whatever the case is. I want to see all of us. This is not a journey that I can take on my own. It's not meant for me. My purpose is not only for me to get to that place, but to bring others along with me. And so I'm excited about what God is getting ready to do in my life and in the lives of every person that is connected to me. I don't want this video to be too long, but what I do want you to know is that this is the beginning of my journey, kind of like, I don't know, digital journaling, my life from this point. I'll be talking a bit more about the things that I've gone through that have gotten me to the place that I am now, where I am now. And I feel like I've gotten comfortable enough, not in a comfort zone, but at least comfortable enough to share my journey and why I do what I do. I know that you have to kind of connect with people on the level that you're on, and God will allow you to go through things so that you can reach back and pull somebody else out of that fire, that same fire that you were in. And so I'm excited. I'm excited about the podcast that's coming out. I'm excited about the other things that God is doing in my life. I know that there will be so much more that will be coming. But if I don't get started, if I keep allowing the fear of needing everything to be perfect and in place, then I will never get started. And so that's something I want to share with you on today, to let you know that it doesn't matter. I thought I didn't have like the right equipment. My house is not in this perfect model state where people can see, where I can get on video and it looks all aesthetic. People want the real, the raw, who you are. They can tell when you're being fake. They can tell when you are not real. And so I've come here because I want to be real with you. I want to take you on this journey of what God is doing in my life, because I desire for him to do that in your life as well. So whatever has been holding you back, from taking that leap forward, from stepping off of the cliff and believing by faith that when God tells you to leap and you go off of that cliff, that everything will work out. Even if it feels like you're falling, even when it feels like you're falling, God said that he will always be with us. He will always take care of us. And so I'm just in that place of trusting God even the more, trusting God with everything that he has given me. He's already done so much. So it's interesting to me how when I get into a situation or a circumstance that may not be favorable, how I forget, or we forget, about the things that God has already done. If he did it before, he will do it again. I just heard Ty Tribbett in my mind. If he did it before, he could do it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I won't. Oh, okay. I'm not going to sing. But y'all, I'm telling you, it's time for y'all to get to know me, the real me, who I am. And so I will be sharing that in this YouTube journey. I don't know if you should expect something from me weekly or how God is going to do that right now. But I look forward to this journey. I look forward to sharing it with you. I will see you all in the next video, whenever that is. And yeah, go ahead. It's early in the morning. You go ahead and have a great day. Affirm yourself in the things of God. Oh, let me share before I go. I want to share some affirmations with you that I have, even though I do them every day. There are some affirmations that are vital to me every day, no matter how I affirm myself throughout the day, 24 hours and even because I'm not sleeping all that great right now anyway, even though I'm trying to get to that place, so that my body is healthy, my mind is healthy, my spirit and my soul is healthy, so that I can do the purpose that God has for me. But here's some affirmations that I have been repeating. I actually have this journal, a couple of them that I got, the 369 journal. I also have Project 369, and it's about the Nicholas Tesla belief and the mathematics that whatever you desire to have in your life, that you would affirm yourself in it, and you would do it in the morning, the afternoon, and the evening. So the 369 stands for 3 times you would write what you desire to have in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times in the evening. And so I have these 6 affirmations that I'm going to share with you that are extremely personal to me. But although they're my personal affirmations, I believe that someone else could benefit from them. And so what I want you to do is affirm yourself with me if this resonates with you at all. The first affirmation is, I walk in divine alignment with the will and purpose of God for my life, and my steps are ordered by the Lord. My second affirmation is, I am so grateful now that abundance comes to me easily, effortlessly, and continuously on an everyday, daily basis. My third affirmation is, I am so grateful now that my yearly income has become my monthly income. My fourth affirmation is, I am so grateful now that I am debt-free and I have become the lender and not the borrower. My fifth affirmation is, I am so grateful now that my mind, my body, and my spirit are healthy and prosperous. And my last affirmation is, I am so grateful now that it is my season, my time, and my turn. Until then, if those resonate with you, please take them, write them down, use them, and I will see you all in the next video. I will talk to you later. All right. Bye.